Welcome to Harbin, China, which, if you didn't know, hosts the world's largest ice festival. Currently, it's 15 degrees. We're at the JW Marriott, and this is the ideal, perfect hotel for you to stay at if you're attending the ice festival. We'll be touring you through the whole hotel, so make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get into it.
But if you're new here, we're Mitch and Ella of Mitchelico, and after 5 years, 20 countries, and over 100 travel videos, we're starting our biggest adventure yet. Around the world in 80 stays. From theme park resorts to luxury escapes to iconic city hotels, we're showing you the most unforgettable places to stay and what to do nearby.
We have made it into the lobby, and it is a beautiful sunny day, but like I mentioned, freezing. It is Christmas time, technically. It's the week in between New Year's and Christmas, and the ice festival is just kicking off, and so they're starting to book their rooms accordingly. We will go through the restaurants, the attractions, the shopping here, as well as a full room tour and tell you how much we paid for it. And if you didn't know, Mitchelico, our channel, Mitch and Ella, are on an adventure to stay 80 stays around the world. I think this is number 13, so you gotta stay to the end to see where it lands. But first off, this spectacular lobby, it's absolutely breathtaking. Now behind me we have the check-in desk. We checked in last night and it was extremely smooth. I will say in all of China, in the multiple hotels we've stayed at, we have the biggest language barrier, but they generally always have someone that speaks English that can check you in. I do like that the check-in, check-out is actually at check-in at 2 p.m., which is the earliest we've encountered, and check-out at noon, which generally we've encountered 11, so this is extra 5-star luxury. If you didn't know, Uber doesn't exist in China. They actually have a different system that's called Didi that Mitch downloaded right when we arrived that we've been using. Our location is about 35-40 minutes away from the airport, so it's a trek, not gonna lie, but I think it ran us around $15 US because the driver did drive pretty slow. But behind us is a high-end car. You could get a car or order a Didi to the ice festival. I can't say it without laughing. And there's also another shop behind me that has full winter women's coats as well as accessories. They're running around like $85 after I do the conversion, so I think right on par with the price that they should be, but the convenience of the lobby before you step outside is pretty nice. Right off the lobby, there is a mini market that has hats and gloves and even a case of meats. We're definitely in the middle of China. We feel like in the middle of nowhere, but Mitch actually Googled and there's 9 million people here. So it is well populated, but they know the tourists that are coming to town did not plan for how freezing it is, and there's last minute deals and things that you can pick up on your way out. We have the furry hats, then we have the meat case that I was talking about. There's also a lot of canned goods, canned meats, which is our first time. There's different liquids. We tried one of the juice flavors and it's $1 for US for one of these. We also were looking in the location of Harbin, and it's very close to Russia, if you didn't know, and you can see the influence. There's little Russian dolls even in the gift shop of this hotel. I have never seen a gelato stand like as a cart built in. I did see that the scoops are running around $5 US, and there's also a robot that goes around the lobby cleaning up. I don't know, it's just an experience coming here. It might be a little bit more of a culture shock because we are so deep into China.
The robot knows how to ride the elevator by himself.
Oh my gosh, and recharge itself. And then the last thing I'll mention is we saw these a lot in Japan, and it's fruit dipped in hard sugar, and I did see them at the festival. It's one of the best sellers there too, but if you didn't want to eat while you were there because it was so cold, you come back to the lobby, pick one of these suckers up, and you're good to go. As you check in, you're going to turn behind you and see the lounge. This is Chinese afternoon tea as well as cocktails. It is so gorgeous with the crystals and the lighting. They do a fantastic job with different lighting fixtures. But the seating area, I think there's a lot more people here later in the day. Right now it's peak time to go to the festival because it's the warmest time of the day, which we will be going to tomorrow, so make sure you check out that video too. But this is just one stop that you can get drinks at. Behind me you'll also find an ATM, which we have not used in all of China, but we have learned that you need to download an app called Alipay and hook up your phone number and a card, and then you can use the vending machines, you can use merchants, and it's a really popular form of payment. Even in the Disney parks when we visited in Shanghai and Hong Kong, or mostly Shanghai, they didn't take Visa at some of the places, so it is a must to download it.
You also have to use cash on the airplane.
Oh, and we took a flight over here from Shanghai to Harbin, and we couldn't buy anything because they didn't accept Alipay or our Visa. So there is the currency exchange that you could make use of if you needed to. Now we will make it to the elevators, which everything here is mirrored. It's our favorite when it's a reflective surface, including the elevators framed in with crystals. So spectacular, so luxurious. Before we go up, we're gonna make our way down to the gym. So you're greeted with an associate at a desk, but then you turn around the corner, there's the spa, the fitness center, and a yoga room down here. This is the gym, which if you know our channel and you know our hotel reviews, I always say there's usually water that you can find at the gym if you run out of your water bottles, which I see in the distance. There's also a weightlifting area over here, so it is expansive, it's huge, there's no one using it, and generally you don't find gyms at the hotels that we've found in Asia, so this is an extra perk. Look at this wall of Aquafina for your taking. There's so many to choose from. There's also hot towels, cold towels. It's giving spa vibes. It's giving, you need to work out here. So I was allowed to go look at the pool, and I'm gonna overlay what it looks like. It's really big, but what I will say is you have to have a swim cap to make use of it, and there is a case that sells swimsuits and swim caps behind me. Also walked through the locker room, and it does have a luxurious wood paneling touch with saunas included. We've made it to the third floor. We stopped at the second floor, and there's just nothing really to see, I would say. But the third floor has your breakfast. If you paid a little bit extra, it'll be included in your stay. And I wanted to make note that when I booked it, usually I go through a third party like Priceline, especially in China, Expedia, but I actually went through Marriott because they had the cheapest prices, and it is more rated. There's like 500 reviews on the Marriott website compared to Google reviews. It only has about 50. So, but I trusted the brand, so it's good to go. This is gonna be, like I said, breakfast. It's 6:30 to 10, which is an expansive amount of time, and it is huge in there. I came down and got Mitch some coffee this morning, and all the different I would say Asianified breakfast foods, but I also found chicken nuggets and french fries for us Americans that they're trying to appeal to. But you can definitely explore and try everything in one morning. I'll have to come down and actually show you the hustle and bustle that is breakfast, but right now you can see the beauty with no one here. Also the areas that aren't in use definitely go dark, but this does come back to life at like 5 to 9, I want to say, at night as a buffet style area to eat. So there is the traditional Chinese restaurant that is on the third floor with the cafe. This, you don't need to make reservations, but they recommend it. They were so accommodating and walked us through the whole dining room, even in the middle of the day, and the whole menu, but it is extremely traditional, so you will not find Americanized food here. There was even silkworms, I want to say, that very adventurous for us. I don't know if we'll be partaking, but you can plan your trip around the restaurant too. Okay, we've made it to the 27th floor, which is the Marriott Executive Lounge. I don't think we're supposed to be in here, but we made it in to get the view for you. You can see the Harbin Festival in the background. It's spectacular, and I bet the fireworks late at night are even better. So if you're a Marriott Rewards fan, then you need to stay here.
Hello, we were gonna ride the elevator with Robot. With Wally.
I thought he would get out.
No. Where are you going, Wally? Wally's going down to 27.
This is 27.
Oh, wow, I don't know.
We're going down to 25 to our room though.
This is great. Does he like to be petted?
Welcome to 2502. Come on in. Right out the gate, you're greeted with a view, but we will wait for that. There is huge closet inserts that light up when you open. There is an umbrella, slippers, and a robe. I tried the robe, it's extra cozy. There's also in the front a safe, and the maid came earlier and she was telling us if we wanted to get our dry cleaning done, I could submit the paperwork to her then. So it's just an extra touch. After that, there's a little bench that you can put your luggage on, but the bathroom, guys. Okay, the stone finishes in here just take it to the next level. But there's also the tub that has a entire window that's glass that looks into the bedroom that looks out the view and has a sheer curtain that comes up and down. There's also one sink with waters and a toilet room, as well as a shower nook that, again, the stone, the marble, whatever stone it is fantastic. The sun is upon us today. It's so glorious, but I also wanted to mention everything is mirrored in this room, including this full-size, full-length mirror. You saw the bathroom has 2 jumbo mirrors, and there's even another full-size wall behind you. But the next nook is the coffee nook. Unfortunately, they only have instant coffee. There's no Nespresso here, but they do have coffee in breakfast that is included. I don't think it was that tasty. Mitch says, as we're from originally Washington and Starbucks, so maybe it's a little different for you guys, but we have empty drawers. So we have a full set for drinks, as well as a mini fridge that, let me see if it's stocked. It is stocked. Yeah, and I'm sure that there's a menu where you can choose what to buy. After the coffee nook is the good sized TV. I think there's about 30 channels here, and just 2 of them are in English. One's a news channel, one's Discovery. I could not find movies to save my life. So if you come here and you don't speak Chinese or Mandarin, then you might want to bring a laptop to watch something if that is your comfort after you weather the storm that is the freezing city of Harbin. Next up, we have the bed, which is king size. It is not 2 twins or 2 queens. King size, and I'm excited about it. It's extra fluffy. I love the bedding. I love the pillows. We also have the nightstands that have a ridiculous amount of buttons to choose to for the lighting, including the lamps, the up above ceiling, which if you'll notice, the ceilings are like, I don't know, 15 feet tall. It's so expansive in here. And then also all the accent lighting, and even, this is the wall of the bathroom I was talking about earlier. There's a button that brings down the curtain where you can add a little privacy. Okay, we have a full-size couch that ends and frames in the floor-to-ceiling windows. We also have the desk, the office area, and what I'll say about plugs is they're definitely accommodating to all plugs everywhere. There's USB, there's like 5 of them near your bed, USB, as well as 2-prong, what is it, 220 volt? And European plugs, they're all welcome here. Last but not least is the view from this room is spectacular. We are in 2502, but if I was gonna make a request, I would say facing more out, specifically for the Ice Festival. We're right on the edge of the building, and we can see it if we just peek around the edge, especially at night with the Ferris wheel that lights up. You can also see in the distance people actually heaving the bricks out of the river, because that's what they're known for, making all the ice castles. So we get a little show throughout the day of people grabbing the ice cubes and hauling them over to the Ice Festival. Bonus clip is we are in our room, and as you can see, the sun is upon us, but it is so hot in here. Ordinarily, we'd turn it down or turn the heat off, but we can't seem to find the way to turn it off or the AC, and they let us know that the AC is not in any of these rooms because it's so cold here. It's just a heater, so we called and they said they'd bring a maid up here to open the window to cool the room off. So something to make note. It gets really toasty, and hopefully they fix it for us.
How hot is it in here?
We did the conversions to Fahrenheit, and it's 83 degrees in here, and we're in our thermal outfits for the 12 degrees that it is outside. If you've made it this far in the video and you've seen some of our other hotel reviews, you know it's time for the price point after the hotel tour. And what we paid here is $250 per night US. That being said, I did book it a little bit closer to our date when we were visiting. If I would have booked it a little bit more in advance, I think it would have been closer to $200. We are coming into peak season with the Harbin Ice Festival, and that's the reason you'd be staying here, so it costs a little bit extra for the convenience. Again, this video is the #1 hotel you should be staying at if you're going to the Harbin Ice Festival, and you've seen the reasons why. It's 5-star, highly rated, and a great location, and you can even see it from the executive lounge as well as possibly your room. From the next standpoint is our 80 stays around the world. This was number 13th, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and actually that's where we're gonna rank it. Unfortunately, it's just really steep competition. We've stayed at a lot of fantastic hotels already worldwide, and this one comes just underneath the Shanghai hotel we just stayed at, Melia, I want to say. We just love it. It's right outside of Shanghai Disneyland, as well as the Celine Towers in downtown Tokyo. This one is a fantastic 5-star hotel. It's just doesn't have that wow factor other than it being convenient for the Ice Festival. So overall, thank you so much for watching. We're on our way to the Ice Festival tomorrow, as well as spending America's New Year's in China with you. So make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.